Now Married at First Sight, season 16. We are going to move on to Dom and Mac. Dominique and Mac. I'm going to start saying Dom too, because you know what? I always mess up her name. I'll call her Dominic because my nephew's name is Dominic. But it's Dominique and Mac, and his name is Mackinley. And just like she couldn't remember his name. This girl. This girl. But I'm sticking with what I'm saying with them. This ain't going to work. And I have even more evidence it's not going to work. None whatsoever. She couldn't remember the man's name. She couldn't remember his name. And let me tell you something. I'm going to go back to what I originally said in the beginning was before I would believe that this would be a good match, I would have to be told that Mac consistently dated a black woman. And what we find out is no, he hasn't. He's on the after party, y'all. And Keisha asked him, who do you normally date? And he says he normally dates whites, Latinas. And he says, oh, I have dated a few black girls along the way. No, you haven't. You might have slept with a two, but no serious relationship with one. Absolutely not. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. And this is why these two, this is another reason why these two shouldn't have been paired. Because he is not used to dating black women on a consistent basis. And you could tell when them parents saw a Dom. They were not used to seeing him with a black girl, and they were surprised. I'm not gonna say they're racist or nothing, but they were surprised because they had never seen it before. And who they said was, who this girl, Harpo? Who this girl? Who have they paired you with? And here was Mackinley saying he never really gave the experts any real parameters on what he wanted because he's trying to pretend like he's open and free. And guess what? He got paired with a black girl. Now, Dom, on the other hand, is used to dating white guys. I bet that's who she dates most of the time. Most of the time, she dates white guys, and so she's used to dating white guys. This is why she gave that mother that little speech about all I want to do is be accepted. Because here she is in Tennessee, used to dating white guys, and guess what? A lot of them white guys who are probably from Tennessee, years, family's been in Tennessee for 50, 60, 70 years. They didn't want them bringing home no black girl. Dom has been here before, and that's why she brought up to that mother, because she read the signs, she read the room, and she said, guess what? These white people are not used to black people. They're not used to their son dating a black woman. And that's why she went over there to that grandmother and mother or whoever else and said, I just want to be accepted, because she already felt the tension in the room. I told you, Mac is not who he says he is. He's from Flint, Michigan. And I'm going to add something else. Mac is darn near alcoholic. He's on the after party, y'all. Yeah, I said it. He's on the after party, y'all. And you know how they pour their little drinks. Mac held his drink the whole time. Most of the people on the after party, they take a sip of the drink, they put it down, and they be present for the interview. Mac held his drink the whole time and was sipping on that drink like he was at a bar. At a bar. I'm telling you, Mac may not like to go out to the clubs and drink like Dom does and order drinks at the bar and put shots in the boobies. But at home, Mac is drinking all day. He likes to sit at home and drink some beers and get drunk. I'm telling you, I know who Mac is. Flint, Michigan. He's the rebel of the family. Didn't go to college. Smokes weed. Sells weed. Because you know what? You can't sell weed if you ain't smoked weed. So let me tell you, he smokes weed. He went into the cannabis industry. Now he bringing a black girl home. This family is fit to be tied, y'all. Mac's family is fit to be tied. And let me tell you else, on that after party, he said that grandmother offered him a $50,000 not to get married. Now, this is not because he was married to a black girl, because they didn't know it at the time. But the fact that they offered him money not to get married tells me, first of all, you can bribe him. That means he's bribable. He is bribable. There is no way that somebody in my family would offer me $50,000 not to marry somebody. That means that they know something about Mac, that Mac likes money and he's bribable. We can get him to do something by giving him a little money. And we know he broke over there living with them friends of the parents and all this other kind of stuff. I told you, they tried to make it seem like Dom was going to be the problem. She wild. But like I told you before, she's going to get got by Mac, and that's exactly what's happening. Let me tell you, he is way way too much for her. Too much. He gonna run over her. He gonna be a Mack truck running over her, and she gonna get her little feelings hurt. She is about to get her feelings hurt because her feelings is already hurt right now because she saw that family don't like her. And she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to prove myself to this family and let them know who I am." And it ain't gonna work. They don't like her. And you know what? She actually seems like she's an accomplished woman. They talked about how she has a nice job. She makes a lot of money. And this whole thing about she's so mature, she's so mature. You know what? Maybe she's more mature for 25-year-olds, but she's not mature like Mac for 34 or whatever. She ain't on that level. And this mama of hers, let me tell you, this was a bad mistake. Also, reason why I say she's not old soul or mature or whatever is because she gets influenced by this mama. This mama is, I think, kind of maybe controlling a bit of Dom's life. Because one is she filled out this whole application for Dom, which is part of the problem, right? So now you got a mate that's really not suited for you because your mama filled out your application and your mama filled out the application based on who she was. That mama likes the spotlight. I'm going to tell you that too. That mama likes the spotlight because at that wedding, I kept saying, sit down, mama. I don't like it when mothers try to upstage their daughters at weddings, give long speeches, just doing too much. Sit down, let your daughter have the spotlight. I felt that mama did too much. Here this mama is filling out the application. She's talking to her mama 3 or 4 times a day. Her mama's all up in her business 3 or 4 times a day. Her mama is doing too much. Her mama filled out that application, and now she's been paired with a man that's really not even a good match to her because Dom is not being who she is. She's too busy trying to be who her mama wants her to be or who her mama wanted to be back in the day, and she's vicariously living through her daughter. Just like she said, oh, I want Dom to be able to stay at home and have babies and not go to work. Dom looked at her like, that ain't what I want. Her mama wanted that life. Her mama wanted to be a stay-at-home wife and stay home. Dom looked at her like, that's not what I want for my life. But that's who Dom wanted. That's who the mother wanted for Dom. She ain't an old soul. She is following behind that mama. She's too close to that mama. That mama is running up and down in her life, talking to her 3 or 4 times and talking about like, we best friends, we girlfriends. I know you the mama. You're not best friends. You're not girlfriends. You the mama. Let this girl figure out what she wants for herself so she can go out and get it. But I'm telling you, what she wants is not Mackinley. Mackinley is a weed smoking, cannabis owner, rebel, dropped out of college, a drinking man from Flint, Michigan. This ain't the man for Dom. This is not the man for Dom. And like I said, broke, no money, can't afford his own place in Tennessee. Tennessee ain't even that expensive, y'all. Good Lord. But another reason why I know Dom is not into this because she wasn't even nervous before the wedding. Not one bit. Dom don't care about this marriage. She was doing this for her mama. She does not care about this marriage. She was doing it for her mama. That's why she was really, oh, you're so calm. She's calm because there ain't no consequences. Let me tell you, when there's no consequences and you could care less whether if you make it or you don't make it, you're not nervous. And she wasn't nervous one bit. But you know what she knew? She said, if it don't work, it don't work. At least I can tell my mama I tried. There you go. Just like she tell her mother all the time, she been trying with these men out here and it's the men's problems. Dom is lying. She lying out here. Like I said, she don't know who she is. She's way too young for this process. Way too young. These two look so awkward together. I mean, the silence between them was a deafening. They had nothing to talk about. All he could keep saying was, oh, she's pretty with nice boobs. That's all he keeps saying. Oh, yeah, she's very gorgeous. She's very gorgeous with nice boobs. She's very gorgeous, and I like nice boobs. She's very gorgeous. Like I said, this is who he used to chase women with big boobs. This is what he did. Fast women, fast cars, big boobs. This is what he likes. So when he sees her, that's all he could talk about. She's nice looking with big boobs. And let me tell you, that dress that Dom had on was horrible. Horrible. It didn't fit her. It didn't flatter her body. She really doesn't have a small waist. She really should have had on a dress more like that Nicole had on, one that flares out to give her a little bit more of a waist or maybe pulled her in a little bit more. I don't know. But it looked horrible. It looked like she had a potato sack on. It was falling down with those big old boobs. She needed something with straps. She was pulling it up every 5 seconds. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I didn't like it a one bit. And if that mama had been mommying more than trying to be the girlfriend, maybe she should have told her, this ain't the dress for you. You need some straps with them big old boobs, and you need a different dress. If she had been trying to really mommy her, she should have showed up and been the mama then, and not trying to be the girlfriend. Like I said, what's his name? Mac. He liked to drink. Even when he was about to get that guard off her leg, did you see him have his little flask and take a drink? He's an alcoholic, y'all. He brought a flask to the wedding, a flask with alcohol in it. And before he went to get the garter, he took a drink. And I think he even gave her a drink. So these two like to drink. Dom normally goes to the club and drinks. He likes to sit home and get drunk. He's like, why we got to spend all that money at the club and get drunk when we can get drunk right here on the couch, on the sofa? He a drinker, y'all. He is a drinker. That's why his face is always red. It's always flushed. It's the alcohol. It is the alcohol in his skin why his skin is always flushed and red. He's a drinker. I know one when I seen one. And then he was saying on the after party, he was talking about how, I don't know if the white man sitting next to the mama was Dom's father, which I don't think it is. I think maybe it's the mother's second husband. And Mac was saying that man wouldn't even look at him. And come to find out, the reason why the man was kind of a little bit perturbed at him was probably because he never did introduce himself to that man, that he didn't go over and say, hey, I'm Mac, and introduce himself to the mom and the thing. He just went up there and stood in awkward silence. And I think that daddy was kind of perturbed. But you know what? That mama run all over that husband too. You could tell that too. That mama likes to be in control, and she's controlling that husband. I could tell, and she's controlling Dom, and she got Dom as a puppet, trying to live vicariously through her. And Dom ain't over here making no decisions for herself, and then she going out here in these streets and rebelling and being wild, and then coming back and telling her mama a different story on who she is. This marriage ain't gonna last, but let me tell you, it's gonna be a train wreck. But it's gonna be interesting to see, because I'm telling you, Mackinley is an alcoholic, and he is going to be over here giving a Dominic. See, there I go again. That's it, Dominic. And he's going to be over here giving a Dom a run for her money. This is going to be something else, y'all. Something else. But be sure to watch my other videos. Talk to you later. Bye.